Hi there and welcome to the first Valencia Property monthly update about what's happening in the property market in Valencia. As you can see, Valencia Property monthly update. So there's a few things this month what we're going to do. We've decided to do this as a monthly thing to give you more information about the market. So at the moment what we're going to do in this one, we're going to do a few things. The first thing we're going to do, if you just take a look there, are latest price data reactions. So if you look at the moment, the prices in Valencia City have gone up by, that's quite a lot. And the prices in the Valencia region as a whole have gone up by, which is not quite as much, but it bears in mind with what I said in an article recently, which you can find on our blog, about the further you get away from Valencia, the lower the price rises. Valencia is the hub, it's where all the money has been attracted at the moment, so prices are rising there a lot more. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the mortgage issue. It's very good news for everyone at the moment because the tax on a mortgage has now got to be paid by the bank. Yeah. So when you are getting a mortgage now, you can cut a lot of the costs that you previously had, because previously you had to pay the tax. Now in Valencia, if you've got a 200,000 mortgage, for example, that cost you 1.5% just for the tax on the mortgage. The bank has to pay that now. What this means in reality is the bank eventually, or the banks, will put up the interest rates or put up the application fee or put up something to compensate the fact that they have to pay this. But in the end, it's the bank who benefits from a mortgage, so it's the right decision by the courts in Spain to actually say to the banks, you've got to pay this. And there's a new law that's come into place through the government which has said the banks have got to pay these taxes. Now, the banks won't say, okay, we're not giving anyone a mortgage, because really, they make money out of mortgages over 30 years and they don't want to lose that market. And equally, there's a lot of new banks coming in challenging the incumbent banks, and they are not adding anything onto their current offerings. It's actually a bit more competition than there used to be, which is helpful for you as the consumer, of course. Another thing then, here's what's coming up in December in Valencia. There's a lot of events, of course, but because this is now the, let's say, the Christmas period and the end of year, there's lots of stuff going on in Valencia. There always is lots of stuff going on in Valencia. So, what's on in December in Valencia? Well, we just got back from a Levante match. They were playing a cup match today. It was against Lugo and Levante won 2-0. You can see the second goal just after this. And then on the 16th, Levante play against Barcelona. So if you can manage to get a ticket for that one, it should be a really good game. Because Levante are going well this year and they're 6th in the league. Barcelona are currently top, and we'll see what happens in that one. But Messi should be playing this year, which will be good. Yeah. And as for the rest of things happening in Valencia, remember that the ice rink is in the Town Hall Square. It doesn't snow, it doesn't get cold here, so having an ice rink is a bit different. Today, for example, it opens up and it's 20 something degrees, so it should be interesting down at the ice rink with everyone in t-shirts. The Berkeley music concerts are on all during the month down at the City of Arts and Sciences. And there is also a special section of December concerts for Berkeley this month. Between the 6th, i.e. today, and the 9th, there is the Rusafa Loves Kids things, which is loads of kids events on in Rusafa, which is great for kids, of course. And just after that, you've got the shopping night, which is on the 13th this year, so it's next week. And it's when all the shops in the city open till midnight or even further. It's an interesting night out anyway. Don't forget, you've also got the new Bombasquens Art Museum has got exhibitions on, the IVAM has got exhibitions on, there's a flamenco series on at the moment, and of course there's everything that's happening in the run-up to Christmas. But remember, Christmas Day isn't the big one here. The big one really is in January when we have King's Day, and you have a King's Parade on the 5th and the presents delivered, and it goes on until the 6th, and then the kids go back to school on about the 8th. So, interesting times in Valencia. That's what's on in Valencia over Christmas. It should be good. And this is the first time we've done this, but next month, in January, we'll also be doing this again with new listings that we've got for the new year and any news that's going on. And also we're going to be telling you more about our new mortgage reclaim service. Now, as I mentioned before, the taxes on mortgage have now got to be paid by the bank, and all the costs have got to be paid by the bank. Yeah. Now, In the past, it's always been the client who's had to pay it. So I'll be claiming my taxes back and I'll be claiming my costs back. And we've got a new service for people doing that. We've signed up with a local legal agency here who's going to be doing it. We're going to have more news about that next month. So, from Valencia Property, we say goodbye until next month. And make sure you keep in touch with us on all our social feeds. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, and we're on YouTube, of course. Now, I'm also on Instagram as well, and some of the stuff goes on Instagram. So if you want to take a look at the Instagram, do that as well. And the best thing of all, we've got the blog. Because every week, more or less, we write an article about the blog. They usually go out on Monday morning. Any more information that you want about anything, you can get in touch with us on the email address. And we look forward to hearing from you. We always like hearing from people. To everyone then, have a happy holiday period, and we hope to see you in the new year or even later this month, because we've got lots of visits set up already. Make sure you book early so we can look after you properly and make sure we've got an excellent itinerary for you to go and look at with your Valencia property. See you soon.